my elementary school times are not normal. Like, this is not normal things a 7-year-old should be encountering.
Yo, are you doing this demonic challenge that people are doing in school? And I'm like, I looked at her so fast. I was like, wait, what? It used to be like, this is now for middle schoolers.
No, yeah, but now there's like grown men talking to middle schoolers. When the smart board update dropped, I swear to God, those teachers were like 3 updates behind, bro.
You don't get an acceptance back, bro. That is this, like, at that time, that's like some scary shit. Like,
Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do? I gotta get a job now.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta start working.
I gotta get a job now. I'm fucking 12, 13.
Is where the heart is, yeah. I said I'm in love with my hood, just know my love ain't lust. Hater said he had my chick, just know my broads ain't touch. Don't be snitching on my clique and get my dog caged up. Look for smoke and get you all blazed up like a chimney. Aggressive with the ace when I hit your face with the mini-me. Had to switch the place when I use the K on the...
Welcome back, y'all. This is the K&A Podcast. I'm your host, Adrian. I'm here joined with our co-host, Kenny.
What up?
It's good, yo.
36.
I think so. I ain't gonna check this time.
If I'm wrong, I'm gonna be upset though. I think it's 36.
Welcome back to the K&A Podcast. We appreciate everybody that's been liking, subscribing, and checking. Get the hell off of me.
Sorry, I was just
Fuck. We
thought we were
appreciate.
sharing a moment.
No, we weren't.
Okay.
Don't touch me, because you're wearing a freaking Mets hat.
Oh fuck!
And you did it on purpose.
I did that on purpose.
We appreciate everybody that's been liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing.
Roll to 2 mil.
200.
Mil. We're almost there. We're only like what?
We're only like 999,000.
No, that's definitely not right. If it's roll to 2 mil, right? We're at least
2
a mil and 891. That's not even correct math, bro.
That's not correct.
I don't even know why you let me continue with that, bro. You should have just stopped me as soon as I started.
Today, we're going to be talking about things that today's kids would never experience or grow up with, or, you know, just, y'all would never understand. You know what I'm saying?
This podcast gonna make it seem like we fucking like 37. Bro.
No, but it's
gonna
like,
make it seem like we're not 50s.
It's weird because like a lot of stuff changed in like a short amount of time. That it was like, I feel like our parents and like what we grew up with, it wasn't too drastic or like too different. Besides the fact that we have like smart boards.
I feel like the ages between like 19 to like 26 right now will probably understand. Anything younger than that is probably like, what the fuck y'all niggas talking about?
Yeah, they probably don't get it. What's the first thing that comes into your mind when you think of like something like today's kids won't even understand?
Probably like, you ever had a PS2?
No.
So when you had a PS2, right, you had to have the memory shit for it, or else you wouldn't save. And I never had a memory shit for it.
So you lost all your data?
No. What I would do is I would leave my console on all night and have the game paused, then come back to it, finish whatever, pause it, and have my shit on forever.
So you never turned it off?
Nah. Until my cousin gave me a memory stick. I'm like, yo, this shit's calm, bro. When I have this shit.
But how long did you leave
Days, bro. Days.
No, but like months?
Days. Like days, like probably like 4 or 5 days straight, and I would finish the game. You know what game I really fucking hated doing? Sonic Heroes, bro. Oh my God. Yeah, that shit gave me a headache, bro. If you know Sonic Heroes, you know that there's 4 fucking different, there's 4 different teams you gotta go through. You gotta go to Team Sonic, Team Dart, Team Chaotix, and Team Rose. That's ball knowledge right there. Give me a fucking dap. It's crazy, I remember that shit. Anyways, now imagine completing the game 4 different times. Mm-hmm. Each game takes like at least like 10 to 15 hours to complete. So I left my shit on, completing all them bitches.
Guess what? That's crazy.
Yo, my mom was like, why is our electric bill so high? Shit, I be keeping the AC on. Yo, nah, you really never had a PS2 though?
My first console was a PS4. Well, Wii, if you want to count that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that was my first one. My uncle bought it for me, actually. I had
This nigga never had a childhood.
I had a Game Boy.
Why
I
we
had a
doing this
DS.
episode?
I had a Game Boy. I had a DS. I had a Wii. I had what's another one? What was the one that you held in your hand? I never had it, but
What's the one you held in your hand?
it was a pretty big screen. It
was like
kind of
a
looked like a Switch.
PSP?
Yeah, I never had that one though. But I saw people bring it to school, and I was like, damn, that's pretty cool.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, that was my first console. It was a PS4.
Bro, what the fuck did you do? Read books?
No.
Fucking loser!
Like, shut the fuck up. Nah, it's not that funny, but like,
Yo, what the fuck did you do?
I played on a DS. I played on Game Boys. I played on the Wii.
Bro, you didn't have a childhood, bro.
Bro, what you mean? I just had a different childhood than you.
No, bro, you didn't have a real childhood.
Alright, you had the PlayStations. Alright, cool. Other than that was the only console I didn't have. Everything else I had.
Bro, I'm not even gonna talk too much about gaming in the past because gaming in the past was just way different. Like nobody was like. Nowadays, you get on the game, you gotta be on that game for at least like 10 hours a day to even be nice. Because there's these kids or fucking people that don't have jobs on that shit all day. You get on after a long day of work and you just get shit on. You get shit on. Before you just hop on the game, it don't matter.
Time.
You get buckets, you get killed. At least you're having fun. Now you gotta really like try your heart out. Shit is different, bro. Shit is not sick.
The one thing I remember about games is when you used to play on the DS. You remember the SIM cards that you had to put in the back?
No.
That they to play the game. That you have to put
Oh,
in
yeah.
the thing. Yeah. I remember
The
you had
games
to-
itself?
Yeah, you have to fucking blow on the shit on the
On the DS?
yeah, on the rigid part of the SD card basically.
The GameCube, not the GameCube,
Yeah.
the Game Boy. That you had to do on the Game Boy, not on the DS. The DS had the little shit. They were good.
The little thin one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you put it in the back of the DS.
You ever brought your shit to school though?
Yeah.
You ever had your man's had Mario Kart and then y'all link up and then you can only play a Shy Guy?
I remember
That shit was
playing-
wavy. I
I
was
was
like,
playing it at the same time. but I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
what I'm
which character.
saying. That means if you didn't have the game, you could play, but you could only play as Shy Guy.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the
That shit was
character,
wavy.
but
I
I
was-
remember bringing them to school.
I was bringing that shit to school just so I could play that game because I did not have it. That shit was tough.
I used to play it in the beginning of before all the classes started. When you used to get there, like if you get dropped off early, and you ever like been there early in middle school and
Hell
you go
yeah.
to like the
Hell
lunchroom.
yeah. I hated that shit.
What? That was the best
I
time.
hated that shit, bro.
Those are the best combos.
'Cause
And then you do your homework that you didn't do before. Like you just rush it. Be like, yo, you got the
Nah,
homework for-
bro. You wanna
for
know why,
PE
bro?
class?
Because niggas would get to school early and still stink. Like, yo, why you getting to school early and you sweaty already? Like, gang, it's 40 degrees outside. Like, how are you sweating? Like, bro, yo, like that shit make no sense.
That has never happened to me.
Well, you went to like you know what I'm saying? You went to a public school.
Nigga, I went to freaking public schools at one point too. I don't remember that.
You don't remember niggas getting to school stinking, bro? That shit would piss me off, bro. Shit will ruin your morning. I swear to God, imagine you eating lunch, eating breakfast, because you get there early, you snacking, nigga stench just slap your nostrils, bro. That shit piss me off. That shit would get me so tight. And then niggas gonna talk, yo, what's going on? Bro, get away from me, bro. You fucking stink. That shit would get me tight, bro.
I'm weak. Nah, I just remember with the DS and all that stuff. Like if it didn't read the card, you had to like freaking blow on the SD card, blow on the little thing where you would put the fucking game in.
Yeah, no,
get
you
it
know
to
what?
work.
You know what sucked when you didn't have a PS2, but the disc had a little scratch on it and it wouldn't read it.
Yeah, I mean I remember that for the PS4.
So then you get on YouTube, you start Googling how to freaking clean it. Well, I saw one that said toothpaste and then you smear it.
Yo, toothpaste is crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
On the
Like,
CD.
and nigga, I did it and it did not work. I was so mad. It made it even worse. I was so tight, bro. I was so mad. Cause it was like put toothpaste, rubbing alcohol, and smear it on and leave it there for a little bit. Take a wet rag and then wipe it after. My game was cooked.
Nah, they lied to you. That's like the fucking TikToks that we see nowadays. There's like, if you're a tourist and you come to New York City,
Go to Canarsie or go to freaking go to Brooklyn to this specific location, like,
and just go up to people and be like, "Yo, what's up?"
yo, what's up? And then drop their shit. Bro, I was so mad because I was
They
like,
freaking lined them.
I don't even remember what game it was. I think it was Crash Bandicoot, bro. It was Crash Bandicoot. My sister just bought it for me. I scratched. I don't know how it's. First off, at the end of the day, I don't even know how these freaking discs got scratched.
They got scratched in the thing when they was going around the.
It's like, bro, like
games.
I should be able to sue for this.
Because they would always be in the wrong case, but I would put them in a case at least. And if I didn't, I had the binder with the shit, like the remember the movies? The movie binder? You ever had that?
It was Tekken 3. I was so tight. I remember now. But yeah, I had that. And I distinctly remember having Shark Tales in there.
Yeah.
You remember me having Shark Tales in my binder?
I'm just saying.
You ain't know I had Shark Tales in my binder. You never had the Shark Tales DVD because you wasn't a real fan back in the day. Yo, the pink girl and Shark Girls was bad as fuck though.
Nah, you're a female, bro.
She was bad as shit.
A fish?
She was bad. She wasn't? You gonna tell me she wasn't?
She wasn't. This is a fish, bro.
So?
How were you sexually attracted to a fish?
Bro, I was like 8. She was tough. If you go back and watch, you'd be like, nah, maybe she kind of tough. If I was a fish, I'm
Nah, but I remember watching it.
If I was
watched
like,
it like 2 or 3 years ago.
If you was a fish, you was not killing that?
If I was a fish, maybe, but I'm not a fish.
Just
So it's
saying.
like, you feel what I'm saying? But, with the CDs that you was talking about to
Yeah,
fix
let them
it.
get scratches.
The only thing that I used to do was just blow hot air on it, and then you'd have to like get the bottom of your shirt, make sure, and then you wipe it down, and then you had to do it like 3 or 4 times if it didn't work. Because every time I remember with the PS4 and the Wii, it was a little different. Like the Wii would kick the CD back. It would like you would put it in, and then if it didn't read it, it would spit it back out. I'm like, fuck this, bro. And so you had to keep getting it. It was like fucking. It was like playing darts when you're trying to get like the perfect fucking number, and you're like trying to put the CD in, or the PS4 used to be like this not red or something, right? And then you just have to eject it.
Yeah. You know, I remember doing this. It's probably mad off topic, but when I didn't pay for my, like anything on my console and I had my mom's card on there, I thought I cracked the code, nigga. I thought I was buying games. I was buying games, and I swear to God, I was like, nah, this is hard. Like, I'm just buying games. And I feel like if my mom would have told me if I was like, why is this charged to my card?
So you thought you was getting everything for free?
I thought I was getting everything for free, bro. So a month passed, bro. I bought like 5 games, bro, like $60 each. She's like, why the hell is this getting charged to my card? And I'm like, wait, what happened? She goes, I think they're scamming me or something. Mind you, it says PlayStation on it. Bro, I start panicking. I'm just like, fuck, I gotta delete these games off the console. Yo, bro, and I'm thinking, yo, at the time, I think it was, what came out that time? I think it was like GTA 4 or something, or GTA 5, one of those two.
Yeah.
GTA 5 was like fucking 30 years old, bro.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how old GTA 5 was until someone was like, GTA 5 is 12 years old and we still haven't gotten GTA 6.
Yeah, they said that now it's supposed to drop
Delayed next year, whatever, bro. I won't believe it till
It's
I
gonna be
see
like
it.
25 years, and then we gonna be like, yo, GTA 6 came out where? We like 30? We'll be like, yo, we getting on the game tonight?
We gonna have 1 foot in the grave before that shit come out, bro. But yeah, bro, I thought I cracked the code, bro. I was getting mad free games. I was not. I got my ass beat.
Nah, my freaking mom was too smart for that. She anytime I paid for a game, she'd be like, oh, my card's still on there? Yeah, I take it off. Delete it. I'm like, I don't know how. Just figure it out. Because it's not staying there. I was like, all right.
Damn, killed.
I used to have to get a physical card every time.
Yeah.
That's what used to kill me, son. The CDs, what else? Trying to think what else we did in school, like video game wise. The thing that I remember the most, that I feel like kids won't understand now, and maybe you can relate to this one.
What that's supposed to mean?
When iPhones first came out and you used to actually like be hyped for the next iPhone to drop. Like now, the next iPhone drops and you're like, better camera, this is faster CPU, whatever, boom, boom. But before, when they was first coming out, you're like, I remember we had the home screen at one point, and then there'll be that one or two children that come in, and they already got the Face ID on their shit.
Yeah.
You're like, yo, how you got that already? It came out last week. Be like, my mom just bought it for me.
Nah, you know, the one that got the mad hype was the 7. And I think that's because it was...
7. Which one was the 7?
That was the one where they first came out with the red joint.
Is that the one? Did they have 2 cameras at that point?
I don't know. I don't remember. But the iPhone 7, I think that was the first joint that came with the red one. And that was for, I think it was some type of thing. That was the first joint where it came.
Was this for AIDS or something like that?
Yeah, it was the one that came with the red joint. And if you had the red joint, you was fake Auraform low key. Tell me, it was either the 7 or the 8. I don't remember.
The red one too.
I don't remember, but I had the red one. That's how I pulled that shit out. No case. Yo, who calling me? It's like, oh shit, you got the new phone in red? You know what I'm saying? Yo, not all at once, bro. Relax. I'll sign later. But yeah, bro.
How did y'all used to text in middle school? What did y'all use?
Kick.
Kick, right? Yeah,
but now Kick, I heard Kick is like weird now. Like, there's just mad people like using an anonymous thing to like do illegal shit.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Fuck? That's so weird. Kick used to be like just a messaging app for middle schoolers.
No, yeah. But now there's like grown men talking to middle schoolers.
That's crazy.
That was back in the day where like you would make your icon black and people would be like, oh nah, he's going through something. Swear to God. I did it, bro. I did it one time. I'll be honest. I did it for attention. I'll be honest. The huzz was fucking with it though. The huzz was on like, hey, are you okay? Just want to be alone. Oh, you sure? I mean, if you want to talk to me, you can.
You think you're nice or something?
Yo, that was game right there, bro.
I'm weak.
I was there for the plot.
I'm fucking crying. Nah. The Kick was like, I remember when I first got to high school, and then I knew like, yeah, when I was going into high school, Kick was like...
That was my middle school joint.
Nah, I know, that's what I'm saying. But there were some kids that were still using it because they thought it was cool to do it like in high school. But I knew better. As soon as niggas said, yeah, you got Kick, I'm like, I don't use that shit no more, bro. What you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
In high school now, there's messages now.
Nah, it's not messages. It was Snap.
Oh, Snap, yeah.
Snap, yo.
Yeah, Snap had it.
Niggas know my body on Snap.
What you trying to say? What is he doing on Snap?
Sending texts and stuff like a normal person.
Yeah, streaks.
Hell yeah, streaks. Y'all had a streak,
I had
bro?
like 100 streaks.
What's your highest streak, though?
I don't remember. Does it say it on the app? Probably does. Probably like... I never reached like 1,000 like that. Probably like 300.
My shit was in the 2000s.
You're a swag.
I was locked in.
God damn.
And then, you know.
Kept that shit up for 2,000 days?
2,000 days, bro. As soon as I download that shit, niggas say, yo, start streaking. I was like, oh.
Now, you used to get the pictures and you put S and then they question mark?
Yeah, yeah.
It'd be like streaks.
Yeah, I remember niggas used to add me on. Yo, the one thing I hate about Snapchat, though, was that niggas would be in your suggestions just adding everybody.
Yeah, the quick ad.
Yeah, like that shit used to be annoying. I'm like, yo, what is this? Like,
I used to just click it.
But then after a while, like it was like, damn, bro, I get no views. Let me just start adding everybody. Yeah, that was fake the method back in the day, bro.
You press the view more, you get the whole list. You're like,
Start adding everybody. You start putting your shit on public. Niggas you don't gotta add nobody anymore. Like, you start posting crazy shit. They start sending your story to everybody else. You're like, oh, I gotta add him first.
You know what I remember? Oh my God, when Drip Too Hard first came out, did you ever see the thing where Gunna was replying to people on Snapchat?
No.
What? Bro, like you used to add Gunna on Snapchat and then you would at him and he would like respond back to you on Snapchat. When Drip Too Hard was first, like that was their like promo shit.
And you hit him up, he was like, hey Gunna, I miss you.
I remember seeing it and like people in high school like actually got the replies. And niggas like, you took the screenshot and shit, and you be like, nah, nigga gonna hit me up. I never did it, but I remember that. Like, I remember seeing that on fucking Snapchat.
Nah, niggas had AI back in the day, bro. Cause ain't no way Gunna was applying. He a trash ass nigga. Gunna was not talking to AI, I promise you.
I'm fucking weak.
In middle school, right? I mean, cause I know you privileged motherfucker. In public school, sometimes here and there we would have like pizza parties. Y'all had pizza parties?
No.
Them shits was fire, be honest.
This was not worth it.
Yeah, I remember getting the fucking tiniest slice on the planet.
It was like
bro.
this big, bro. Like, they would cut that shit up into like 100 pieces.
100
Only one
pieces.
box too. I'm like, yo, y'all cheap motherfuckers. Y'all can't get 2 boxes at least.
You know what was wavy though, bro? Actual birthday parties.
Nah, yeah, because they actually used to bring shit. Like, the kids used to bring shit.
Yeah, bro. All right, Gio, right? And he'll remember this shit. This is mad funny. We always talk about it. In kindergarten, right? He had a SpongeBob themed joint. Nigga gave me Patrick. Niggas was locked in.
But what was it, like cupcakes or some shit?
Nah, it was a cake, and it had SpongeBob and Patrick on it, like as a decoration. Nigga gave me Patrick. Wavy. Ah, look at us now.
That was the redemption for bullying you?
Nah, that happened afterwards. So kindergarten we was cool, and then after that, nigga just shitted on me for like 8 years, and then high school was cool. And here we are.
I'm weak. I remember, you ever did presentations in middle school?
Yeah.
You ever had to bring the USB?
And a USB? Yep. Cause there's no such thing as Google Drive.
LD.
You never had. Wait, why did we never have our teachers email it to them? Am I bugging?
Bro, they probably wouldn't know how to work that shit. They could barely work the smart board. They could barely plug the.
When the smart board dropped, bro.
Listen to me. Hold on. They could barely connect their laptops to the smart board. Bro. You tell me they gonna pull it up from their email? Bro,
when the smart board update dropped, I swear to God, those teachers were like 3 updates behind, bro. When the smart board update dropped and we had the new map, the new layout, they did not know how to maneuver.
What you mean the new map? What do you mean?
I'm saying, like, bro, when we had, like, when it wasn't the regular tilted towers, nigga, that shit became freaking fresh ponds or something. They didn't know how to maneuver. They're like, oh shit, what's this new area? They didn't know how to adapt.
You're talking about like when they first got them?
I'm saying like they couldn't maneuver around it.
Oh, I mean.
They didn't know how to use it. It's like it's like they were playing on a last gen console and they were trying to freaking like lock in. Like, and then you have the young teachers, they be like, yo, this shit like, bro, just come over.
They used to freaking call the other teachers. They're like, I don't understand what's wrong with it. You gotta calibrate it. Prick the 2 buttons. You have to hit the things on each corner in the middle. And then then you would have the same teacher that would grab the marker, the pen, to write on it, and then grab the eraser at the same time, forget to put the eraser back in the holster, and then they're about to write and they erase the whole thing that they just wrote.
Yeah. Not gonna lie,
piss me off.
that smart board was fucking trash. Like,
I feel like it was trash.
That shit was trash. And it was like, that shit was like, what was the point of it? Like, it didn't.
I guess it made learning more engaging.
It was not engaging. We didn't touch the smart board. I never touched the smart board.
You never touched it?
No.
We used it, I remember using it my last year in middle school. For the most part, we didn't use it. They used to write on the chalkboards all the time.
Oh, hell no. We had whiteboards. I hated chalkboards.
Nah, we used to write on chalkboards.
Nah, that's that private school shit. Y'all niggas had
How is that private school shit? That is old shit. That is like
classical
80s.
joint.
That's like 80s
Y'all
shit.
was praising the Lord while freaking writing on fucking chalkboards. Nah, bro. But you know what was wavy though? When they had, so I had an after school shit. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why this is the case. And I think this is why I argue with this girl at work about this. But why the fuck did every time, you had an after school program?
Yeah.
So I think my shit was called OST. And I don't know why I remember it being called that. I don't know why. That's a crazy pull.
Yeah.
That'd be memory.
I did a voluntary one that it was like, Tuesdays you would stay longer, but like you would just basically play sports and shit like that. But I never had the after school program because my grandpa used to pick me up when I got out of school. Because my mom was still at work.
You had to stay a little bit longer. But they would pull the TV out and all we would do is fucking watch the Michael Jackson Experience.
Michael Jackson Experience?
Every single time.
Was it like him in like a booth?
No, bro. It's like him going through like, it's like, I'm pretty sure it's like him going through sets of his different songs that he's ever dropped. And that, bro.
I thought that shit was for y'all to do homework.
Bro, we would watch that for the first 30 minutes, do homework after, and then you come back the next day, watch the next 30 minutes. Mind you, the movie's like an hour and a half, so in 3 days you're done with the movie.
Yeah.
They would rewind it as if niggas did not just watch it. This is why I argue about Michael Jackson at work. Y'all be wondering why.
He's traumatized.
Bro, why the fuck did I watch the Michael Jackson Experience like 12 times? Bro? I don't even remember that. I don't even know if that's the name of the movie, but the Michael Jackson. There's not many Michael Jackson movies, but you don't know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. I remember this girl was scared of Thriller. Like,
wasn't scared of Thriller.
I wasn't no fucking scared. I was tired of it, man. They gave me these fucking. You ever had those graham crackers they had? The graham crackers slapped. I'm not gonna lie. They were in like an orange pack. It had like a little bear on it. That shit was gas. That shit was.
The Teddy Grahams.
Yeah, but it wasn't Teddy Grahams. It was like a thick joint.
Yeah, I mean, I remember. Yeah, I thought those. Yeah. I thought it was the same name.
You ever went to school and did like stupid ass challenges though?
Like the cinnamon challenge and all that?
Nah, you know what I did with my friends? We did the Bloody Mary shit.
Yo, oh my God, you remember? Fuck, you remember the one with 2 pencils?
I think I remember.
And then they would like turn to the yes or no.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I remember we did that in so I went to Blessed Sacrament in middle school, right? I remember we were doing that. We were doing it in the lunchroom, and I guess one of the teachers like saw us doing it. They were like, "Yo, what are you doing?" Bro, you know what they did? They literally. So before, when you had like school, did they give you school announcements? Like sheets of paper that would say the school announcements, like maybe like I don't know, it would say like dates or something of certain events that are happening, and you had to take it home. Like they were handed out during class. So they would give us school announcements like every week or whatever, and you give those papers to your parents. That's another thing. They probably do it through email now. Probably.
Yeah, they probably email that shit or text them.
Yeah. So they gave us the sheet, and I didn't read it, so I just gave it to my mom, and she was reading it, and I'm like, she goes, "Are you doing this demonic challenge that people are doing in school?" And I'm like, I looked at her so fast. I was like, "Wait, what?"
Demonic challenge.
And she was like, "Yeah, this letter says that y'all been conjuring a spirit named, I forgot what was the name of the spirit, that it was like supposedly the thing." But she was like, that was like they sent like a warning, like, "Oh, if we catch any of the kids,
we're suspending you for summoning a spirit."
Yeah, we're gonna suspend you and shit. Cause it's like, I get it, you're in a Catholic school, you don't want to be doing that. But did that even work? Like, I want to, like, I know,
bro, I have no idea.
Like, technically the Ouija boards work, right?
A Ouija board's a Hasbro game.
What does that mean?
You know what Hasbro is?
Yeah, I know Hasbro.
Well, Hasbro made a Ouija board.
Okay. You ever did it?
No. It's not real.
Oh, okay. I mean, it looked real.
That's not real, bro. Think about it like this. Hasbro also makes action figures. Are those action figures coming to life?
No.
All right. It's the same shit.
Okay.
You think Hasbro has some freaking demonic powers?
I mean, I didn't know that they was.
It's a Hasbro game.
Okay.
It's a Hasbro.
What about you?
When I summoned Bloody Mary, you were sitting 3 times in the mirror in the bathroom with my friends in middle school. No, elementary school.
Yeah.
Was it wavy? No, because as soon as we turned around, this dude had his freaking pants at his ankle while he was peeing. That is one thing that used to piss me off too. Why the hell is your fucking pants at your ankles? Your dad ain't teach you to keep them under your balls. What's wrong with that kid, man?
You saw more than you wanted to?
I saw a lot more than I wanted to. I saw bare cheekage, nigga. Bare cheekage. And you know, it was one time, bro. One time I'm in the bathroom, right? I'm doing my shit. Kid next to me. Pants, ankles. I'm in like 2nd grade. He has to be in like 1st or 2nd too. 5th graders walk in. Yo, bro, what the hell? Why your cheeks out? He was like, yo, yo, he turned around dumb fast. He was like, what? He goes, you see that kid over there? Me, like this, minding my business, side-eyeing, checking what's going on. You gotta be like him, bro. You gotta grow up, bro. Your pants at your ankles, bro. You showing your whole ass, giving people easy access. He didn't even know what they were saying. He just started crying, pulled his pants up, left. He didn't even wash his hands. He didn't even wash his hands, bro.
Yo, what the fuck? Got your big cheeks out.
Got your big cheeks out, gang. Yo, and the thing is, bro, I feel like a lot of the things that were going on in my elementary school times are not normal. Like, this is not normal things a 7-year-old should be encountering.
Yo, I'm fucking weak.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I could do a whole pod on like the stupidest shit that happened. Like,
Yeah. I wonder if they still do, when you had like computer class and stuff and they teach you how to type, they used to put the cardboard on top of the keyboard so you learn where the keys are without looking at them.
I never did that.
They never used to do that with you?
Nah.
So they used to put the...
I did that shit in high school, bro.
They
When
used
I took a computer class.
Oh, really? You didn't
Yeah.
take computer classes in middle school?
I didn't have computers.
What the hell? That's strange.
There was a computer room, and then I guess my class was like really bad, so like they never let us in.
That sucks. The hell?
We used to have a private school, so
I mean, bro, I know people that went to public school that did computer classes. And I remember you used to like have to, they would play like games and stuff like that, that it was like the keyword strokes. So whoever typed as many words as they could in a minute, you would end up on like the leaderboards and shit like that.
You ever had the computer cart where you had an assigned computer?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Now they got fucking iPads and shit.
We had iPads too though.
I ain't have an
In
iPad.
8th grade, we got iPads.
I ain't never got an iPad.
It was the first gen iPads. They had no camera, I think. No, they did have a camera. They had a camera. But I remember, you remember the iPods with just the MP3 ones that it only downloaded music? No?
Nah, I had it on. I had a PSP, so my sister was like, "Why you buying the iPod if you had a PSP? Because you could download music onto your PSP, but you had to do it through LimeWire."
Wait, so you could listen to music through your PSP?
Yeah.
What, it had speakers too, or it was just...
You can connect headphones to it.
But it had speakers?
Hell yeah.
I just remember the old iPads that they didn't have speakers, so it was literally just straight...
iPods, yeah.
Yeah, it was just straight fucking headphones.
They have them now, like...
No, they do have them.
They have them now, but they're like kind of like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like...
I think more people just get it for nostalgia.
No,
You ever
but
had
like,
the
no.
table?
But they get them, like, you don't have to download music onto it. Like, you just gotta look it up. Like, you can connect to the Wi-Fi.
What you mean?
Like, it's like Apple Music. Like, you have Apple Music on the iPod. Like, you don't have to download onto it. The new ones.
Yeah. No, I know.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying like the old ones.
No, yeah.
And then
You ever had a headache though?
You ever had the stand?
The stand?
Yeah, they used to. My cousins had it. That it was like
like
basically like a speaker on the bottom, and it was an adapter piece for the iPod to sit in the middle of it. That shit looked hard. I'm not gonna lie. To this day, that shit still look.
I have
fire.
no idea what you're talking about.
Bro, hold up, bro.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But keep talking while you say that.
But yeah, the iPod stand with the speakers at the bottom, like that.
That shit is
like that.
not hard, my
Like, that's
guy.
hard, bro.
That shit is not hard.
That is hard. Because they never used to have speakers before. You used to connect it in the middle to the adapter piece, and then it would play out the speakers.
Shit is trash, bro. I'll be honest. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That shit is dirty.
All right.
You open it. I'll go with your lead.
I'll transition from the writing 100 times to the library cards. No. Wait, what do you want to talk about?
You can talk about this, and I'll be like, you did this in middle school, right?
Yeah.
So I'll do that, and then I'll transition that into how I didn't get accepted to no high schools.
Okay.
And I'll ask her like, I wonder if it's the same. Like, do y'all niggas get like a fat packet?
Yeah, with all the schools.
Yeah, got it. Or is that's probably like online? Though.
Yeah, that's probably online. It's probably like a PDF now or some shit. All right.
Probably like a fucking QR code. All right, go ahead.
They put it up in the beginning of class. Scan this, guys. It gives you the school. Did you ever write the I will never boom 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 in class?
I've never written that.
Bro, what?
I've never written that.
That's insane to me.
I've
I think I was a
never
good
written
kid
that.
in school. You used to have they would give you a sheet of paper, and then it would always start with I will not and whatever it is that you did. So it was like people that were talking in class or like being disruptive, they would be like, I will not talk in class while the teacher's talking. And you had to write that 50 or 100 times or so. And then I remember you would get like a whole class period to do it because your hand would be cramping. So you'd be like, damn, bro, this is ridiculous. Writing it, whatever. And then you would have to count it from the lines on the sheet to see how many you had. And then flip the page, keep going.
God damn.
They counted. They're like, all right, you did 50, you got 50 more. And if like it was really bad, they would send you home to do it.
Well,
hand it
in first grade, I had the best essay, so I got a frame of the Statue of Liberty, and I still have that frame to this day.
You ever, what?
Yeah. I have a frame of the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, I think you said you had it framed next to the Statue of Liberty. I was like, not aura.
I mean, shit, it might as well be. It was a comp essay. I was learning about yo, you know what I wrote about, nigga? I wrote about my adventures to Target. And
you got to go to Target?
Yeah.
I never went to Target.
Yeah, you have, but I've been to Target with you. Anyways.
No, I'm saying like when I was a kid, I never.
What the fuck? What's wrong with Target?
No, they never took me.
Why?
Because my mom used to go to the mall every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I used to get dragged there. But I would be in the mall for 4 hours, but I wouldn't get anything.
No, I mean, I would go. I'm getting dragged to Target. I mean, I didn't have a blast going to Target, but it was.
Oh no, I mean.
But anyways,
they would skip the toys.
But my teacher was a. How do I say this without being rude? She was a foreigner. She wasn't from America. She wasn't born here, so she immigrated.
Right.
Immigrated.
I'm just say immigrant, bro. She was an immigrant.
She was an immigrant.
Fuck?
I think.
Illegal?
Haitian?
Oh.
I think. Anyways.
Illegal.
Illegal? Nah. So when I wrote about Target, she said she thought that my parents had owned a tiger.
That owned the wait, what?
She thought my parents owned a tiger when I was talking about Target.
I don't get it.
Exactly. She thought Target meant tiger.
Oh.
And I guess that's why she gave me the best essay.
Because she thought you owned the tiger?
Yeah.
So what, she thought you were going to bring us to class or some shit and attack her?
Well, I don't know. But I mean, I got the Statue of Liberty frame, so.
She was scared of your freaking make-believe tiger.
Fuck calm. What can I say?
You know what I remember though? When you was getting ready to gear up for high school, and they used to give you the fat-ass fucking book of the list of high schools. You ever got those?
Yeah.
I think my cousin still has it to this day.
Nigga voice cracked.
Now D.
Wait, why the fuck did he have it?
I don't know. But
You just kept it?
I think she still has it.
I think now, like, there's no way that's just like the same. Like they had to have it like in a QR code or something, like in a Google Doc link. Like, do you remember your school ID?
Do I remember
your numbers? I damn remember my numbers still.
No.
Should I say my numbers out loud? Or is that like my social security number?
I don't know. Actually, no, I probably don't say it.
But I damn remember my numbers. It's like
I say the first like 4.
2144.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And you keep that shit from what till the end of high school?
Yeah.
I dare.
It works with like an app or some shit, right?
I don't know what it worked for, but I dare remember my numbers. That's crazy that that just popped in my head.
It used to like help you to get into high school, and then in high school you used it to get into college. Or it was helping you to get into
I mean, you don't have, the thing is in college, you don't have that type of, you have a different number ID.
No, I know.
But I guess so. I guess it transfers over because my high school credits I got some college credits, whatever. Yeah. But did you get accepted to high school right away? Nah. I didn't either.
I didn't get a single. Actually, no, I got one back from Bishop Lachlan.
My shit was from August Martin. And that was my zone school at the time.
But how many did you put on your...
Bro, I put like 12, bro.
And you didn't get one?
I put like 12. And the reason I knew, I didn't even open it yet. The reason I knew, everybody getting their packets, right? That's how you knew you didn't get accepted nowhere. Everybody was getting their packets back, thin as fuck. Like paper thin, I swear to God. I get my shit fat as hell. I'm like, damn, every school want me. Yeah, I didn't even open it. I'm like, I ain't gotta open this shit. Girl next to me crying. I'm like, yo, what happened? Same fat packet. Her friends are comforting her, like, it's okay. Da, da, da. And the teacher pretty much pulled her aside first because she was crying. I opened my packet while they're outside. So I'm assuming she comforted her. I'm seeing, here's a list of schools you can still apply for. I'm like, what the fuck? Put that shit back in a packet. I was like, yeah, bro, got accepted to Harvard. I'm skipping high school. Y'all dumb. Mind you, girl comes back in still crying. I didn't get accepted to any schools. Yo, I felt so bad, but
I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the scariest things, like, at that time.
and then I still went to a fucking shitty school. Like, it didn't even matter.
When you don't get an acceptance back, bro, that is this, like, at that time, that's like some scary shit. You're like,
Yeah, it's like, what am I gonna do? I gotta get a job now.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, damn, bro, I gotta start working.
I gotta get a job now. I'm fucking 12, 13. Fuck, bro. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna be homeless.
I thinking when I didn't get accepted I put 3. I put Christ the King as my first one. I put Bishop Lockett as my second. And I put, I forgot what was the third one. It wasn't Malloy, because Malloy was crazy. It was full of white people at that time.
Bro, but you know what, bro? And the thing is, bro, my draft stock had to have been low as shit. I ain't applied to no crazy schools. Like, I ain't applied to a single specialized school.
Yeah, nah,
because they were like, yo, you should apply to a specialized, his own school, and then whatever.
Yeah,
Bro, I applied to fucking, bro, this makes no sense. I applied to Hillcrest, they didn't want me.
I think I applied there too.
I applied to CTEA. That's the one I really wanted to go to because I thought their uniforms was mad wavy.
But what was that? Was that like it was kind of like a construction school?
Yeah, it's a construction, trade, engineering.
Yeah,
architect.
I went to the visit for that school.
I really wanted to go to this.
I was so impressed. Yo, that visit was fire. And I'm not gonna. I remember those uniforms. Those uniforms were tough.
They're mad. I thought they were mad wavy until I seen like, I don't know. As soon as I went to, I applied to John Adams and they didn't really want me. I had to go back and be like, yo, please, please. And then it was like, all right, bro, whatever. Anyways, once I realized like there's schools that don't need uniform, I'm like, yo, y'all niggas just losers. Yo, y'all losers. Like, you had to wear a uniform. But nah, bro, I thought that shit was so wavy in middle school, bro. Cause I was already wearing uniform. Cause I went to, you know where 226 is, right?
Uh-huh.
I went to, bro, in elementary school, that school apparently was the worst shit ever. Niggas would be like, yo, bro, I just be walking into class, blood on the floor. That scared the shit out of me, right? First time I walked to Adams, I went with my sister, because she got the sign, she was helping me sign the papers or whatever. First thing I hear, oh nah, we got some freshies. I'm like, no, they're gonna get me a wedgie. Bro, and then get to actual high school and people do not care. Like, I mean, I was out the way, so nobody was really bothering me, but I did see a couple kids get wedgies.
I never saw a kid get a wedgie.
I seen a kid get a wedgie.
I've seen, because in my school it was color coded, so it was different. But
oh nah.
When
it's like, isn't that like racial? Isn't that like racist?
Shut the fuck up. But I remember not getting into Christ the King. And did they make you take a test when you went to the school?
No.
It was kind of like a repeat.
Bro, you went to a private school, bro. It's different.
No, you have to take a different test for private schools, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they made me take like a kind of like a mini version.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming. I never been to private school.
Did you ever take the test?
No, I never applied to private school.
Okay, so whatever. I think when you go to private school, you have to take a different test apart from the SAT. When I went to Christ the King to go like talk to them about letting me in the school, they were basically like, all right, we're gonna put you in a different room, and you're gonna kind of take a miniature version of that same test that you took to see if you get a better score. I got a better score. It was nothing crazy, but I got a better score. And then I remember my mom told my sister, because she graduated from King, and she used to have a pom-pom keychain from the school because she was a cheerleader, and it said like the graduation year. It was like a gift that the cheer coaches gave to the girls, and she had it on her keychain. And my mom was like, "Yo, you're gonna come with me to the schools to go talk to the dean or the assistant principal or office of administration, whatever." And she was trying so hard to make this keychain as obvious as she could to show like, oh, like she's an alumni or something. Every time she would stretch her keys in her hand, like freaking waving the keys. And then she put it on the table at one point, and the dude finally saw it. He was like, "Oh, you're a graduate from here." And she goes, "Yeah." And I think that's like kind of what swayed his opinion a little bit more. I was like, nah, my mom was tough for that. But yeah, not getting into a high school. That is so scary, bro.
Bro, and the thing is, bro, I didn't even apply to no bro. I had to have been trash. Like I had to have been like a 55 overall at the time, like brown shirt, like rookie 5 or something, bro. Because there's no way like I didn't get accepted to not one except August Martin. August Martin, bro. And then my plan was to be at John Adams for a year, play baseball, get nice, and transfer to CTEA. Bro, I did not play baseball, bro. So I was like, bro, fuck it, bro. I'm stuck here forever, bro.
I'm weak.
I'm stuck here, and I mean, it wasn't that bad. It was cool.
Do you know what's coming into my mind right now that I'm understanding? Like kids nowadays won't grow up with a Metro card.
That's a fact. That shit's getting discontinued. You ever had the orange one? I hated that shit.
We had the
orange one was half fare and the green was full fare.
Yeah.
So there would be kids that like get picked up. You fake have to buy their Metro card off of them. That shit is wavy though. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no, I remember.
It'll probably you'll probably still get one though. You probably won't get a physical one.
Yeah, nah, maybe you probably at this point
because they got the
wallet, bro.
Nah, it is gonna be on the wallet because they have that what's it called?
School fairs.
No. I'm talking about the MTA app. You know what I'm talking about, right?
They have an app?
Yeah, it's that new shit that they have. The new system they have an app for it. So I'm assuming that's where you would download the app, sign up as a student or whatever.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about though.
No, I just tapped my
Omni, that's what it's called.
Oh, I mean,
bro, you don't be on the train, nigga.
No, not even that. It's just
you privileged now.
Nigga,
it's
you drive too, so
yeah. But I've been on the train though.
Yeah, but that's when you gotta go to the city and shop.
I be on the train though. I be in the trenches, nigga.
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I be in the trenches.
Be in like little BMW. Shut it.
Right.
But nah, I just tapped my card.
Yeah, that's Omni. That's what it's called. That's the only reason it works.
Oh, okay. I mean,
it's an Omni system, so like you can sign up for it. You know, if you ever been on the train, like you see, it'll be like, yo, if you sign up for Omni, you pay for 6 days and you pay for 6 days straight going to the train, you get the 7th day free or some shit.
Oh, they have like deals.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm assuming they got like a deal with the public school system where like if you need it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Type shit.
Okay. I didn't know
things of that nature.
I didn't get it because I was like, bro, it's just Apple Pay. You just do the same thing.
That was cool or what?
That was bad.
Sorry.
I don't know why you did that.
What's next?
The library cards.
Library cards.
You ever borrowed the books and never brought them back?
Yeah.
You used to think they would come for you.
Realistically, like, ain't no library. Like, they're like a library police. They come to your house,
I don't know
start
why,
knocking on your shit.
Why I thought
you know what
they would
suck?
come after me.
When you borrow a textbook from school, right? You had to write your name on that card joint.
First thing, yeah, on the first pocket.
And then you forget to bring it back, so they fake charge you. You ever got charged? I got charged.
Oh, actually, no, I did get charged.
I did get charged.
Because I didn't bring it back.
I was like, and it's
My
always,
mom got a freaking thing for $75. She was like, yo, what is this? I was like, I have no idea.
and it's always science, bro. It's always
Always
science.
science back.
It's always a big ass frog on the front, a green frog with some orange ass freaking hands.
I know exactly what it's textbook.
Yo, everybody had the same textbook. And
It's
my
either that one or the U.S. history one. Because U.S. history was fat as fuck too.
what a fucking huge picture of fucking George Washington.
Oh, the
Now let me ask you this:
flag was in there.
was your science class always cold, or was that just me?
Nah, that was just you. My freaking room was always hot as
My
shit.
science class was always chilly. It would be 80 degrees outside. You gotta make sure to bring a North Face with you, bro. That shit was fucking -6. You gotta get the real science experience of being in the freezing cold. But yeah, bro, other than that, I don't really have anything else coming to mind.
I can't believe, because we were talking about it off camera, that was, I'm starting to think that, you know, everything's going to be online and all this. Like, everything's just transitioning to just...
Yeah, everything's not really
online.
paper anymore, but...
But I was talking to Kenny, and I was like, when I got my first checking account, I went to the bank. And you said you did go or you didn't go?
I did go to the bank.
Okay. And I was saying that I feel like kids aren't going to do that anymore. I feel like, because now it's online. It's so easy to do it online now. Like, it's literally like you punch in your name and then if you want to have like a student checking account under your parents' name so that they can create a joint account, they just put in their name, they put in their banking account number, and it creates a whole different one.
Well, when did you get your first card? Because I got my first card at fucking 18.
Damn.
Everything was just cash, bro. Everything was cash.
I got my first card when I was going into high school. So 9th grade.
I lied. I got it at 17. That's when I got my first job. I needed a bank account so they could give me money. Or so it was just give me. That was why. Because I was just gonna get checks. And I didn't have the this is so off topic again. But not having direct deposit is the most criminal shit on the planet. Wow. I'm not gonna lie. If you don't have direct deposit, you're a fucking criminal or you just have no self-control. Yo, being 17 and not having direct deposit, and not only not having direct deposit, but getting a check for $85, I was so tight, bro.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got upset. But bro, yo, $85 check, no direct deposit, and a fucking piece of paper. That's ridiculous.
I used to love that shit. They used to, when I first had my first job, they used to pay me half check, half cash. So I would deposit the cash and I would hold the checks for as long as I could. Like, I know that, I remember the first time they told me, yo, you know checks have an expiration date? Yo, I was so fucking scared. I deposited all them bitches the same day when I got home. But I used to hold them. I used to hold like 3, 4 in a row. And I would just use my cash. And then at the end of the month, I would cash in I would deposit all those checks. Yo, that shit used to hit, bro. Oh my Lord. I get like $700 fucking, that I'm like, damn, this is like free money. It feels like it's like, I'm not even working for this bitch.
Bro, I was 17 working 12 hours, bro, making fucking $85 a week.
Damn.
I had to be like, yo, you know what's funny? My boss, I had to be like, yo, like, can I get more hours? He goes, you want to work more? I'm like, yeah. He goes, all right. And that was it. Like, I didn't know it was that easy.
It was so easy.
I didn't know it was that easy. Like, all I had to do was just speak up. And then after that, I had like 30 hours. I'm like, yo, wait, I didn't want to like triple my shit though. Like,
you go from like 12 to
you go from like 5 to 30. Like, damn, bro, what the fuck? I'm leaving school to go to work. I'm like, damn, brother, man.
Nah, I'm weak. I remember when the summer used to come, they used to have me on like the same school work schedule. So I used to get like 12 hours or something like that. And I was like, hey, like, you know, I want to work more. Like, I could work more. I'm off in the summer. And they're like, all right, cool. Next week, 37. I was like, yo, shit, I work every day. But when I was in high school, yo, that job that I worked at that time, the shit I was doing was criminal, gang. I'm not gonna lie. I used to do 65 hours
God
a week
damn.
during that summer, bro. I remember the last week that it was like, oh, before I went back for my senior year, son, I did 72 hours that week.
Bro, how?
I used to work doubles the whole time. So I would start at 10, leave at 1, 2 in the morning, and just work that every single day.
So you wouldn't be at school?
Nah, that was during the last week of summer vacation.
My high school job was
going
cool.
into my last year of high school.
My high school job was so cool. I liked my high school job.
Yeah, I love my high school job.
I missed it.
I missed that job too.
But whatever.
But yeah.
That's it. Niggas went off topic for like the last 10 minutes, but that's okay.
That was our segment for... That was tough, bro. That was our segment for things that today's kids won't understand. We appreciate y'all for always supporting. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We appreciate y'all. Holla. Hey.
No, your video didn't freeze. I'm still here. Fancy catching you here. Maybe we could, maybe grab a cup of coffee, grab some matcha, maybe catch a movie. Yeah, well, I guess I'll see you later. That was aura right there, bro.
Get home, go home.